Hey guys, welcome back. So it is now my second day back in the garden after being sick. And as if I thought we were far behind before I got sick, we were not that far behind. Now that I see how far behind we are, now just me being off for about a week there. So given we have so much we have to get done, we're just going to start with something small and work our way into getting all these larger projects done. So what we're going to be doing today is getting our first crop of spinach planted. Now I'm pretty excited about this because I found out that spinach is one of those vegetables where you can use a gardening method called cluster gardening, where you grow a group of them in one small cluster and treat that as the actual plant, and then plant your spacing according to the clusters. I think it's actually a really great way for people like me who only have a small space but want to grow, a ton of food to be able to feed a family of five. You need to grow a lot of food, so you really need to maximize every single inch of growing space that you have. And that's what we're doing here. So we're going to get out there and get that first crop of spinach started. And day by day, we're going to get working on these projects. So hope we see you at every video. Let's get going. Okay, now that we're out here and we have everything we need, let's get this spinach going now. We're so far behind. Have to get caught up. So, as I had mentioned, the method that we will be growing this spinach is a clustering gardening method, which is where we will be growing it in clusters in different areas of this container. I will be growing just for the baby spinach leaves, so I don't have to give so much room for the plant to get so large. I don't want the large leaves. I'll be harvesting them when they're still very small, and by the time I'm done with that plant, I will have already succession planted some more, so I will have some seedlings to just plop in their places when I go to take them out when they're done producing for me. So these go down about a half an inch deep. I've made these small little holes in my container. I know it's real hard to see here, but I've made 5 small little holes here, nicely evenly spaced apart, so there's about 2 inches in each direction for each of these little clusters to have some space to grow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant 3 spinach seeds in each one of these little cluster holes. And it's getting away from me. And what's great about this is actually not a heat-tolerant spinach at all. This should really be grown in the spring and the fall. But I do have an area on my patio where I get no sunlight. There's a corner there where it's always much, much cooler, which is where I plan to keep these. Besides that, I do also have shade cloth that I can put on top of them. As they get a little larger, I can just put some stakes in the sides so I can drape that right over top of it, clip it on there, and it will keep it about 10 to 15 degrees cooler than it actually is in the air. So these are all covered up nice. And the soil I have in here, I amended with some compost and some worm castings fresh from my little worm bin. So now that these are planted, I'm just going to water them in nice. And I'm going to keep them in that cool spot to germinate because spinach does really like the cooler weather, just like lettuce, which actually I have some of that growing quite well right now. So it's just like real estate, location, location, location. It's about where you plant it, not always when you plant it. This also, being in a container, gives me the option of being able to just pick it up and bring it in the house. And I can continue to have spinach all year long which is great because my family absolutely loves it. This is how you start your spinach, and yes, you can do it in the summertime. We're doing it here. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click that button. Make sure you ring the bell so you don't miss any more of our uploads. Alright, we'll see you next time.